Welcome to Silverstone, one of the staples of the Formula 2 Championship. It's a firm favourite amongst fans and drivers alike, and we're all keen to see what it has in store for us in today's race. 5 miles out from Towcester, this icon of British motorsport heritage comprises 18 corners over 3.6 miles of circuit. Silverstone has been through several changes over its lifetime, with the start line now leading into Abbey, a fast right-hander for turn 1. But still there, of course, is the circuit's most famous and iconic sequence of corners, starting at Maggots, turn 10. Joining me today in the commentary box is former 2012 GP2 champion Davide Valsecchi. We all know the circuit so well, Davide. What's got your attention today?
Always a pleasure, Alex. Everyone looks forward to Silverstone, and with such an intriguing grid, I think the fans will be excited for the start of today's race. We know these young drivers are hungry to prove themselves. Hopefully, we'll be seeing some more history being made today.
As we're now moments away from the off, let's take a look at the grid order in which they'll start today's race. An immense lap from Nobuharu Matsushita yesterday puts him on pole position, and it's Jack Aitken alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Dragovic, Daruvala, Giuliano Alesi, and Eilert, Schumacher, Schwartzman, Samaya, Daniel Ticktum, Armstrong, Markelot, Pedro Piquet, and Galeo, Giotto, Mazepin, Lundgaard, and Guan Yu Zhou. Sato and Yuki Tsunoda, Delatraz, and Roy Nissany completes the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Well, no encouraging words from Jeff today. Welcome, everyone, to the FIA Formula 2 Championship, the road to getting good. I'm Michael McBlam, driving as Guilherme Samaya, the number 10 for Campos Racing, and we are here at Silverstone for the British Grand Prix. And if you are new to the road to getting good, basically, we suck. We suck. We are an awful driver trying to learn how to figure out how to drive a Formula 2 race car around these racetracks. So if you have not seen the last episode at Austria, I'm going to go ahead and link that up in the top right corner. You want to go ahead and watch that so you don't get into spoilers. 3, 2, 1. Spoiler time is over. We won that race by the skin of our behind. We won that race, and it was awesome. It was probably the greatest moment in my absolute life. But anyway, we are pretty much going to be back to business as usual here. Silverstone is a tough track, and you see here we're starting on the hards. And I think we might be going to the hards for the whole way. So something else I did notice in the settings that I had messed up. Somehow I had changed the settings back from a 25% race to a 50% race, which made these races a lot longer. So I'm back on 25%. Not sure how I did that. I don't know how I did that whatsoever. But we are also back down to 75%, which is what we've been running, except for Austria. Because Austria was really easy. I know that track. I don't want to say really easy, but I do know that track. But we are not starting last. I don't know what got into us, but we are here up in the points already. Now the problem is, the hards seem to really suck around here. Like they seem to really be bad. Because the softs were like, oh man, this feels good, you know. But the hards were terrible. So I was told this might be one of the more tougher racetracks. So we'll just have to see what we can do. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this race. Post commentary, Mikey. Why don't you take it away? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's not a last the points challenge, but a remain in the points challenge says it's lights out at Silverstone, and the British Grand Prix is underway. I almost forgot what the name of the event was. So we go pretty tame into turn 1. We ran a little bit wide, but look at our teammate, Jack Aitken, who muscles his way into the lead as we go to the inside of Mick Schumacher, side by side. Still side by side. Ooh, almost got into Callum Eilert there as we try to give him a little bit more room. Still running to the outside of Mick Schumacher. He gives us the spot as we go really wide off of that left-hander there. That gives Schumacher the spot back. Now here comes Dan Ticktum with a full head of steam. Oh man, he had to park the bus a little bit there. He had to slow up for Schumacher. Oh, we make a big move around the outside. Can we grip it up? Almost still side by side as we coming off through. Couldn't quite get him. Couldn't quite get him. So coming through this little bit of a soft hander here. Schwartzman breathing down our tailpipe. Looking to get into P9 as we come through this really tough section here. Some guys kicking up a little bit of grass. Okay, so I know it's not only me. But we're back at P9. Going to try to get up to P8. Remember, that's an all-important P8. Because if you can finish P8 here... Oh, I overdrove that. I'm going to go really, really wide. Ooh, man, Schwartzman almost got up into us. Almost got into us. Oh, we're going to make a big move here inside of Dan Ticktum. Through the last few sets of turns. Can we clear them? We do. As we come off the final turn, a complete lap run. Look at the run we get to the inside of Mick Schumacher. Down into turn 1, he cuts us off. We slide through the turn 1.
Okay.
Unbelievable save. Unbelievable save, and we just really throw it away there by overdriving the next set of turns. We got to slow down a whole lot here so we don't run into these guys. Ticktum and Schwartzman. We still got a collision warning there, but we're going to have to let these guys go here because, yeah, we're going to have to try to get our bearings back after that one. And there are 3 wide behind us. Just about. Markelov trying to hold off Galile. Galile looks like he's going to take the spot. Nope. Markelov fights back, and we're all over the back of Schwartzman. Schwartzman really slow through that set of turns there. We somehow managed to pull a really big gap there. Schwartzman, see, if Schwartzman wasn't in front of us doing that, we could have actually pulled even further away. But here we go through this set of S's here. This is always the tough spot. I just never know how to take these properly. We go really, really wide there. That allows Markelov to catch back up. Schwartzman pulls a significant gap on us. Our teammates still in the lead, starting to pull away now. Ooh, little bit of contact with Artem Markelov. He's still looking to the inside, side by side. Oh boy, who's going to make it into this particular turn? We're still side by side. Markelov locks it up. And he's still able to make the pass. As we come off the final turn, man. What a battle. Midfield battle right here. We're going to try to catch up to Artem Markelov one more time. Only 7 laps to go in this race, as you heard me say in the intro, that I didn't realize that I was on 50%, but now I'm realizing that 50% does not allow for pit stops. So we're going to go ahead and take this for what it is right now. It's going to be a shorter race. Oh man, really wide there, but we got the DRS right on the back of Markelov. Not going to be able to do anything because we're not quite close enough. Oh, but we got a good entry. Did not get a good exit that time around. We might be able to do something with them here. Not quite. Just going to try to be patient here. Set up the move where I can, and just let right now our teammate is going to be the guy that's going to be carrying us this race, it seems. We go through this little soft right-hander here. Got a good run off the corner. Alright, but now we got to go through this S section, which I just... Anywhere where you got S's like this, I'm just trash. I mean, I'm already trash, but here I'm really trash, dude. Like, any type of S's where I got to go through and make hard, sharp right, sharp left, and, do it quickly, I'm never good at that. So, like, Coda's going to be a thing. Coda's really going to be a thing whenever that comes up. Which is not going to come up in this particular series, but, like in any future games where if I had to go to Coda, it's going to be tough. Coda, and I think China as well. I think China's going to be a thing. Ooh, little bit squirrely on the final turn there. Okay, easy. Easy. Try to catch up to Margalov. Okay, got a good run. Yeah, it's a real good place to get sideways, but we managed to keep our foot in it. And we're right here with Artem Margalov once again. Pedro Piquet leading the charge of that pack right there from 12th on down. He's leading the charge, but can we get to the inside of Margalov? I'm looking all over. Trying to find a good spot to make the pass. Oh, we got to the inside. He gave us a little bit of a squeeze. I didn't want to get into him. Purple first sector, however, so we're actually doing really, really good. So Margalov seems to be holding us up a little bit. Oh, yeah, we got into that turn really good that time. Didn't have the best of exits. Couldn't get the power down all the way. Margalov is going to pull a slight gap on us, especially through the S's here, which we're not doing awful, except for that last one. That last one is always the one that gets us, but we do manage to remain in DRS. Pedro Piquet is out of DRS right now. Just about to go into this hard right-hander. Oh, got in the grass. That's going to slow us up quite a bit now. Right now, currently keeping pace to have the fastest lap of the race, but right now the fastest lap is going to our teammate Jack Aiken, who's leading currently. Nobody in tow, so it's kind of surprising that he's actually logging the fastest lap. Current best is a 148.2, which is not necessarily our best. I know we could run faster than that. It's just a matter of still trying to figure out this racetrack. Man, we could get so loose in there. We swung so wide. Oh man, is that going to cost us a position? Not quite. Pedro Piquet decides to be the nice man and allow me to try to gather it up. I wish the AI would do that more often. Just allow you to kind of gather it up if you're wrecking. But yeah, they don't do that enough. But Pedro Piquet is a gentleman and a scholar. He allowed us to gather it back up, and we're still catching Armstrong. Well, we were catching Armstrong until we kind of blew that set of corners right there. Yeah, I'm not sure why we were on the hards. If I'm being honest, I am not sure why we are on the hards and not the mediums. Oh, we overdrove it again. We're going to go really wide that time now. We just got to let him go. We just had to let him go there. Some actual apt advice from Jeff that time around. Actually, we really do need to focus up and try to remain in good form here, because we can't blow corners like that. Every time we blow a corner like that, obviously, you see, it's a position. Every time. Now, it would be nice if the AI made some kind of mistakes like that. I need to stay out of the grass or I'm going to spin out. Another one by Jack Aiken, but Nobuharu Matsushita takes away the fastest lap this time around. Armstrong all up our tailpipe here as we come off the final turn. 2 laps to go here at Silverstone. Okay, easy. Oh, it's starting to go wide. Yeah, I don't have the grip that I'm used to. Oh my gosh, blew it once again. Oh my goodness, I think we're going to lose another position. No, Armstrong does let us gather it back up once again, but that allowed Galile and this other group from 14th on back to catch up, so now it's going to be a real big race here amongst the mid-pack. Okay, let's see what we can do. Okay, we got to try to focus up here. You see, we're starting to lose a little bit of that. When we start losing that confidence, that's when we start running really, really slow. So we got to get our confidence back. We don't have many laps to do it here. As Armstrong is all over our back tailpipe here. Oh, he looked like he wanted to look to the inside. He is there on the inside. Gives us a little bit of a tap. We're side by side. About to go into the S's. I gotta let him go. I gotta let him go. No way I was going to be able to go side by side through these S's and not wreck. It goes really wide. We're in the grass. Galile goes on by. Lundgaard and Mazepin. Oh, there looks like they're going to try to split us 3 wide before we go into this hard right-hander. We're 3 wide. Who's going to break later? We do. And somehow we made that work. I didn't know what was going to happen there. I didn't know what was going to happen there. Oh, a look to the inside of Galile. Couldn't quite get there before. I couldn't quite get alongside of him. Even that made it sound like we had made contact, but we did not touch there, so that was weird. Final lap of the race, currently running P14. I said, what did I say, guys? I said it was going to be business as usual once we got away from Austria. My gosh. It is so easy to get sideways there, man. So easy to get sideways there, but luckily I was able to catch it. Man, we got a big battle with Galile going on here. I'm faster than him. That's the whole thing about it. It's like, I know I'm faster than him. I'm faster than these guys right now. I just, if I didn't blow these corners so often. But we got ourselves another race here. We got ourselves another race. I'm not going to be too hard on myself. I'm going to be hard on myself, but not too hard on myself. We're about to go through. I'm assuming this is at some point, this part of the racetrack was actually the... Oh man, I tried to take a look to the inside. Couldn't quite get there. Is that going to be a warning? No, it is not. And yeah, I'm not going to go side by side through the S's. But yeah, I'm assuming that part of the racetrack there, at some point, that was the start-finish. But now the start-finish is just a few more turns away. Got a little bit squirrely on there before we got to the DRS zone. It's going to let us stay in Galile's slipstream, but we're not going to really be able to do anything with them. Look at Lundgaard. Jack Aiken, how about it? Jack Aiken is today's feature race winner. And we're battling with Galile, trying to come off, make something work off these final set of turns, but there's nothing we can do. We're going to come home P14.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
We're going to try. We're going to try. Obviously, we weren't taking care of the car all that much, but Dan Ticktum, damn it, Dan Ticktum is the driver of the day.
And an incredible win for Campos. Brilliant performance. Davide, what do you think made the difference here?
It was down to one thing: consistent pace over everyone else out there on the track. We could spend a great deal of time talking about race and tire strategy, what else occurred on the track, but at the end of the day, the difference here was down to simply being faster on track than everyone else. Amazing skill on show.
I can see them on their way out to the podium now. Campos have come a really long way in this sport, and what a special race this was to see them earn the top spot. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Challenge. It's a good result for Nobuharu Matsushita, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Now then, Davide Valsecchi, who would you say was your driver of the day?
Let's give it to Daniel Ticktum. That was a quality drive from start to finish. He can be proud of that one.
And now a look at the team standings. MP Motorsport moved further clear at the top. Meanwhile, good work from Campos this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. Goodbye for now then, but we really are just getting started. Make sure you join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
All right, so my man Jack carrying the team, put the team on his back, said, "Don't worry, Guilherme, we got you. I got you." He wins the feature race here at Silverstone. Nobuharu Matsushita comes in second, followed by Felipe Drogovic. They round out the podium. Jahan Darula, Kalamailat, Alesi, Ticktum, Schumacher, and Schwartzman and Markelov all round out the top 10. They collect points for the race. We finished P14, as you see back there. We just kind of started falling like a rock, man. Once I lost focus, and started you saw it. I started overdriving the corners, and I'm just like, lost focus. But yeah, we'll talk about it a little bit later on. Let's go ahead and check out the standings. We have Nobuharu Matsushita, who, as you heard, did pull a little bit away from Dan Ticktum. You have John Darubala, Kalamila, Jack Aiken rounds out the top 5. I think he moved up a spot. At least that's what it's saying right here. He looks like he moved up a spot. We have Pedro Piquet, Schwartzman, Drogovic, Christian Lundgaard, Sonoda, Markelov, Sato, Giotto, Samaya, myself, Mazepin, Schumacher, Armstrong, Alesi, Guan Yu Zhou, Delatraz, and Sean Galayo. And, Roy Nassani will round out the top, round out the standings. We have MP Motorsports, followed by Campos Racing in 3rd. We're moving up. We're moving up in the team standings. We're doing it, man. We're doing it. If only we were any type of good. I won't say I was terrible, but I was just shy of awful. I'll put it to you that way. But anyway, we got to the sprint race coming up here shortly, so let's go ahead and prepare for that. Let me go ahead and grab my all-important thumbnail.
Welcome back for the final event of the weekend, the sprint race. Here, the top 8 from yesterday's feature race are reversed to make up the grid below us, and in just a few minutes, those drivers will be hurtling down into turn 1. As we await the start of another hugely anticipated Formula 2 race, I'm joined again by Davide Valsecchi. Davide, as a former GP2 champion, can we get some insight to what is running through these young drivers' heads as they sit out on the grid?
Ciao Alex, it's a pleasure to be here. There are nervy moments, there is no doubts about that. Mental strength is the key to remaining calm and focusing on the upcoming race. Formula 2 is so competitive, and all of these drivers knows that they are going to be pushing each other all of the way. In this sport, you have to be able to control your nerves.
Alright, once again, no encouraging words from Jeff. He's just radio silent this whole time, basically. But yeah, we're actually starting on the softs now. I don't know why we didn't start on the softs before. I really, honestly don't know why we didn't start on the softs before. We only had 7 laps. It's going to be 5 laps around here at Silverstone. We're going to try to catch up to our teammate, Jack Aiken, and see if we can have some fun running with these guys together. But he's got some insurmountable odds. He's got to come from 8th to get to 1st, and hopefully he doesn't lose a whole bunch of spots there. But we're just going to try to do what we can, run our best race, keep it clean, and hopefully provide some good, hard entertainment for you guys. I hope you I know you probably enjoyed some of that midfield racing and me screwing up all the time, but anyway. Let's jump right into this split race. I can't even talk today. Let's jump into this sprint race. 5 laps around Silverstone. Let's go. Post race, Mikey, take it away. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's 5 laps around this main track known as Silverstone. It's lights out, and the sprint race is underway. Pretty good jump on the start there. Markelov tried to make it look 3 wide, and they're going to go 3 wide into turn 1. Somehow they make it work. Pedro Piquet backs out of it. Somehow we got a collision warning with Galai. I'm not sure what we got there, but we make a big time on move into the inside of Armstrong. He comes down on us. We're still trying to make a big move. We go to the inside of our teammate who turns in on us for some reason, like we're not there, and we are up into P8. In just a couple of turns, we have gotten into P8, currently in the points, now behind Nobuharu Matsushita. Trying to look on the outside. Can we find the grip in the soft tire side by side? No, we can't. Matsushita holds on to P7. He goes defensive. Down what I can only think of is the former start-finish area. Dan Ticktum currently leading the race. Okay, gonna try to go through these S's here. Try to be as smooth as possible. Couple of guys kicking up grass. Oh, of course, we always mess up that last turn. Dan tries to look to our outside. He gives us the room. Oh, but here comes Schwartzman. Schwartzman's gonna battle him side by side, but I think Aiken's got he's got the advantage. Yes, he does. He clears him. Man, we are in a dogfight amongst the mid-pack here. As we go through this little chicane area. On through, off the corner. Completing lap 1, almost lost it there. Ooh, yep, almost lost it into turn 1 that time as well. Down into turn 2. Gonna have to brake really hard for turn 3. Not the best entry. As we get into 4. Try to be smooth on the throttle here off of 5. Oh boy, here we go. Just trying to stay relaxed here. Into 6. A little bit wide as we go into 7. Not the preferred line, but we actually did make up a little bit of time on Matsushita. Can't quite put the power down like I want to, though. As we have another purple first sector. Alright, oh, got into the grass a little bit. That's going to slow us down once again. Gotta be careful about going through that grass. And here we go through the S's. The treacherous S's. As, oh boy, got into the grass once again. Here comes Jack Aiken. Jack Aiken wants P8 back. He looks to the inside. Can't quite get there. Somehow, we got a personal best through there. Here comes Jack. Jack's going to look to the inside. I'm going to have to outbrake him going into this turn. But no, he's going to keep his foot in it. Go side by side. We squeeze him out just a little bit. Schwartzman now breathing down his back tailpipe. As we go into the final chicane. Coming off of the final turn. And we are just so loose through there. Coming off of that turn, we gotta be careful there. Gotta be careful. For those S's. Into turn 3. Trying to set ourselves up properly for turn 4. But I started to run a little bit wide there. That gives an advantage to Matsushita. Can't quite catch him. I can't quite catch him. He's just out of range. Meanwhile, Aiken's kind of hanging there with us. I'd like to get us both up there into the points. Ooh, that was a really bad set of turns there. That was a really bad. At least that entry was really bad, but I'm not doing too good here. Yeah, I'm just being a little bit too ginger. Being a little bit too ginger, a little bit too cautious. That cost us about maybe 0.6 of a second on Matsushita. But if I can get us both up there, I would like to get us both up there into the points. You know, because every point matters, and we're currently sitting P3 in the team's championship. Oh boy, here we go through these S's once again. Come on, be smooth, okay. Alright, that wasn't terrible, just slow. Alright. Aiken's gonna go to the outside. We're going to battle side by side in this set of turns once again. Big looping right-hand turn. Oh no, Schwartzman got around him. Alright, come on, Jack. You got to get that back, buddy. You got to get that back. Well, I'm trying to back up Schwartzman a little bit here, see if he can make a move. Come on, Jack. You've got the opportunity. Oh, I swung a little bit wide there. There goes Schwartzman. Alright, Jack, follow me, buddy. Follow me.
Try to keep focus.
Gonna try to. Ooh, Jack. No, Jack! Jack got into us as we swung a little bit wide. This is what I was talking about, how like sometimes they try to avoid you and let you try to gather it up. Jack did not give us that. He did not afford us that opportunity to gather it back up, and we're right here on the back of Schwartzman. We got DRS, so we're going to get around him pretty easily, but now Jack Aiken has fallen out of the top 10 I'm trying to back up Schwartzman a little bit here, give him a little bit of time. Oh, Schwartzman's really sticking his nose. He's all the way down on the grass trying to pass us. My gosh, they are aggressive. They are aggressive. Okay, Schwartzman's going to look high. We're going to look to the inside. All right, Schwartzman gave us a whole lot more room than his teammate did. Michael Schumacher, who pretty much just slammed us off the racetrack in that particular turn. Or no, I think it was turn, was either that turn or, no, I think it was turn 1. I believe it was turn 1, and somehow, look, somehow I saved it. You know, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, by no means am I trying to toot my own horn, because, you know, my talent level in this game is low. Very, very low. But somehow we managed to save that. But now it's the battle with his teammate right now, and it looks like Aiken lost another position. No, he's still there. He's still there. We're currently sitting P8. One more lap to go. We are not running our best laps here. We gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Okay, that was a better turn 2 that time. We didn't get loose. Alright. 3 and 4. Starting to pull a gap on Schwartzman now. Yeah, you see, like, the tires are starting to come in a little bit. So the tires, I'm noticing on these shorter races, the tires run like, you need like about 3 laps for them to come in. But after, you've got about another lap, basically, or maybe lap and a half, maybe 2 if you do it right. But you've got a good solid 2 laps on these tires. Once they're, you know, good and hot and up to temperature or whatever, you've got about a good 2 laps on the tires, and then you just, you know, it's just done for. Alright, Schwartzman now within a half a second of us. Not the best turn of turns that time, but now we got to go through the treacherous S's one more time, and he is right there. I am trying to figure these out. For the life of me, I cannot figure out those S's, but we figure it out good enough to keep a 0.4 second lead on Schwartzman, but he's got the DRS. He's going to be closing in shortly, but it's not going to be enough. Oh, it might be. He looks to the inside. Oh, he gets into us. We try to save it, and somehow we keep the nose pointed straight through the final chicane. Dan Ticktum is going to come away with the win here in the sprint race at Silverstone. And we are finally going to get a solid points finish.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Oh
yeah,
my
boy.
goodness, what a race. What a race. And driver of the day. How about it?
Here they are then, coming into Parc Ferme. What an excellent win for the Dams team. Tell me, Davide, what was the key to this success?
The difference was in the strategy. Credit to the driver for sure, but races like this really drive home how much of a team sport this is. They did a lot of work on the pit wall to really make the most of each stint and to make the best use of the tires. But that said, all of that would have been for nothing without a talented hand on the wheel.
Dams, another team with a huge amount of history based right in the heart of motorsport near Le Mans in France, have once again shown their formidable abilities out on the track with yet another win today. And now, let's take a look at the driver's standings. The gap at the top of the championship has been cut down after a difficult race for our championship leader. And now, Davide Valsecchi, let me ask you, who is your driver of the day?
Let's give it to Guilherme Samaia. That was a quality drive from start to finish. He can be proud of that one.
On to the teams then. Another team that excelled today was Dams, who make further progress up the table. Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling installment when Formula 2 returns.
All right, man. What this is dogfight, just absolute dogfight. But damn Ticktum wins the sprint race here at Silverstone, followed by Mick Schumacher. Keanu Alesi finishes on the podium. And then we have Callum Ilott, Johan Darugala, Felipe Drogovic, Matsushita lost some points, but not many. And then finally got us some, well, not finally, but finally was able to at least get some points. I got a single point in the race. We have Robert Schwartzman, Artem Makalov, and Jack Aiken, our teammate, finishes P11, and everyone pretty much finished the race. Last one on the lead lap anyway. So I was 2 years of NASCAR commentating here, but yeah, Roy Nissany finishes P last. Let's go ahead and check out the standings after Silverstone. We have Nobuharu Matsushita, who has now dropped to only a 6-point lead over Dan Ticktum. Okay, so now's the time. Comment in the comment section down below, who do you think is going to win this championship? It's going to be Matsushita, Ticktum, or even Ilott. Ilott's not out of it just yet. But yeah, Matsushita and Ticktum been going back and forth a bit. So yeah, Callum Ilott has been trying to drag his way back up after he had some pretty bad luck. I can't remember what track it was, but he had some pretty bad luck, which cost him the points lead altogether. But he's slowly but surely dragging his way back up there. Jack Aiken still in P5, and we are holding it down P5. Oh, we're P16 now. Okay, P16. All right. Wait. I feel like we were already. Oh, sorry, P15. I feel like we were already at P15. But anyway, let's check out the team standings. MP Motorsports, Campos Racing, up and down to 4th. Dang it. Dang it. Shouldn't have roughed up my teammate. We probably could have both finished in the points there, but it is what it is. We'll talk about it after I get me a thumbnail, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so that was Silverstone. It was an absolute roller coaster ride. An absolute roller coaster ride. It is a very difficult track, a fun one, but very difficult, at least to my liking anyway. And but I still think I need to actually run that particular track at 80. I think the next time we go here, well, who knows? Like the difficult might be upped a bit in F1 2021, but like I think I need to bump this one up to 80 because I don't know. I felt like it could have been harder. In that regard, it could have been harder, and maybe I'm just on a streak, and I'm just kind of locked into a certain degree or whatever. But I feel like it needs to be a little bit harder. So I don't know. We'll see how Hungary is because like I said, I don't know my way around these particular racetracks, and I feel like once I know my way around them, then I can be more competitive. I can run better. But up until then, maybe this is where it just needs to be. We'll just keep it at 75 up until we get to, I believe, what's the next race? No, the last race. Excuse me. Abu Dhabi. That's the one. I know I gotta up the difficulty for. I gotta be in at least 90s for that one. Yes, and I'm also going to bump I'm going to leave it up to you guys. What do you guys think? As far as the 25% race length, I bumped it up to, I remember now why I bumped it up to 50. For the longest time, I didn't even realize like I had done that. But yeah, like I had to bump it up to 50 because I wasn't getting any pit stops or anything like that. Pit strategy has to play somewhat of a factor, although Silverstone is one of those tracks where I probably could have done without a pit stop and make that a little bit of a shorter track, and that might be what I do for the time being. Like when it's a really tough track, I'll lower it down to 25%, and when it's a really what is it? Just a normal. I feel like I don't know my way around there kind of track, but it's not like overly punishing. I think I might go ahead and keep that at 50. But I don't know. I'm still thinking about things. It was a heck of a drive. It was a heck of a drive, man. Got a lot of beating and banging happening, and just that would never happen in F1. Well, I don't know if we've seen to the contrary in the past few weeks. But anyway, Hungary is in a few weeks. I don't have much to say. I'm tired. These races always take so much out of me, man. They always take so much out of me. But we got up to our teammate, just not in the way that I expected to, and we got into each other a couple of times. Like I got into him, he got into me, etc., etc. Kind of put his nose in a spot where it really didn't belong. But I mean, he's obviously watching me, right? He's obviously watching me. I mean, like, I put my nose where it doesn't belong all the time in these particular races. But I feel like I'm getting better into a certain degree. I just gotta be a little bit more patient, because I feel like once I get chopped, that's when I start getting mad, and then I'm like, I don't care anymore. I'm just like, all right, fine. You want to chop me? Fine. I'll just drive. I'll just use you to turn. 8 tires is better than 4. So but yeah, I need to get out of that mindset, because that obviously doesn't fly, and eventually I am going to want to turn on damage in this particular in races. So yeah, I don't need to be doing that. I need to get out of the NASCAR mind into the Formula mind. But until then, the road to getting good is going to continue in, I believe, 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, we have Hungary from when I post this race. So that'll be, I don't know idea what to expect. I have no idea what to expect with any of these upcoming races except Abu Dhabi. We got Hungary, Belgium, Italy, Russia, and Abu Dhabi is going to round it out. But those races are going to be kind of spread out. I think there's probably 2 races in September, maybe. I think there's 2 in September, and then so Belgium and Italy might be a September. October, I think, is Russia, and then November is Abu Dhabi. But yeah, they're spread out. They're plenty spread out. So it should be interesting. Until then, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning into the FIA Formula 2 Championship here on McBlam Racing. If you enjoy these races, I do them every weekend following the Formula 2 Championship, although it's a little bit messed up this time around because there's 12 races here, 8 races in the real championship, but we'll be back on schedule, I believe, after this month. So yeah, be sure to subscribe, click the notification bell so you don't miss an upload. Leave a like on the video, comment down below whatever you want to comment. Roast me in the comments below, as I always say. Roast me in the comments below, because I'm trash. I'm trash. But the road to getting good continues, and we will be going to Hungary. So until then, guys, we'll be seeing you.